And we're live. We're live on YouTube. Welcome to the Psychic Cafe, everybody. I've got the fabulous Michelle Matheny with me today. Yay!
Everybody.
Yesterday, I loved your show yesterday, but Dan wasn't feeling well. How's he doing today?
Eh, a little better. Just a little.
Maybe he'll pop in the chat in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Say hi. Yeah, we're all pulling for you, Dan. I hope you feel better soon.
me too.
And if you missed the show, I have it editing right now. Hopefully by the end of this show on YouTube, it'll be available. And go check that out. And next week you're going to do mediumship again. But,
Hmm.
but you said you might have a couple of guests.
Yes, yes. I know. I have invited Dan again, so hopefully he'll be feeling better by then. And
Uh-huh.
then I am inviting Sunny Hancock again.
Oh, yay.
Yay. I
It should
love
be it
I
should be
love her. Yeah.
it'll be such a fun show next week. So that's next Saturday. Everybody tune in next Saturday. Mystic Lady just came in. Hi guys. And so
Hi.
hi back to Mystic and Maria. Hi Maria.
Hi, Miss
And
Maria.
yeah, yeah. So let me tell everybody real quick. Um, grab your coffee or tea, and pull up a chair. It's going to be fun today. We have an interesting topic, but also, if you have questions about tarot or numerology or joining the guild, growing, starting your tarot business or your psychic advisor business, getting certification, just put them in the chat and we'll be happy to answer those questions. Michelle and I will chit chat about our experience with that. And today's topic goes along with going professional. So we'll be talking about that in a little bit here. If you have a specific question that you would like us to pull cards on, go ahead and put that in the chat. If you don't have a specific question, you can just request a message from the universe as well. If you want to jump the line and be sure to get your question answered, hey, grab us a cup of coffee on our tip page, psychic.cafe/coffee, and we'll jump you to the top of the line, answer your question right away, no waiting, and you'll be sure that we get to you because we don't always get to all the questions. Lately, we've been getting to all of them, but sometimes we can't get to all the questions. So to be sure, grab us a cup of coffee. It's psychic.cafe/coffee. Yep. You can grab us a cup of coffee there. Um, what else is going on before we get into the topic? Oh, I know. The card of the day.
Oh,
I
yes.
guess we should do that. And we got a great card of the day today. It's the strength card. And basically, the message today is inner strength is far more effective than brute force. The figure in the card, if you look closely, is not struggling with the lion. They're calmly and lovingly engaging with it. So you're being to ask, can't talk. You're being asked to approach your current situation, whatever it is, with this same serene confidence. So that is the message today from the card of the day. So whether you are watching live or a couple hours from now, a couple days from now, a couple weeks, a couple years, uh, that's not an accident. This message is for you. There's some kind of situation you're dealing with right now where you just have to approach it the right way. Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go, card of the day. Also wanted to mention that our fall sale is still going on. And this is a fabulous sale. I don't know that we're going to do any better prices for the rest of the year, Michelle.
Yeah, I
Basically,
agree.
yeah, basically everything's 67 bucks. So you can book a reading with me for 67 bucks. You can get membership in the Tarot Guild for an entire year for 67. It's normally 78. Certification is normally $138 per level. If you're already a member, you can go into the private members group and you'll find the square link in there to get the discounted price, any level, whether it's certified tarot reader, tarot professional, tarot master, tarot grandmaster, it's $67 per level right now. Now, if you're not a member, you can join the guild and get your certification in even cheaper. I put together $99. So membership is 67 on sale, certification 67 on sale. What is that? $134. You
Yep.
can grab both of those for $99. That's right. And even better, let me put this in the chat here. Psychic.cafe/fall. That's how you get to the sale and check it out. And even better, if you're already a professional and you don't need a course, of course, go ahead and just get your membership and or certification. But if you want to take our course, Tarot by the Numbers, which is tarot and numerology, or if you're just starting out, okay, you can get started today for $67. And your membership and certification that I was just talking about, they're all included. Yep. I'll even throw in a live reading on top of that. And it's just $67 today. You'll be charged 2 more payments, $67 next month and $67 the month after that. And then you are paid up. So what do you think, Michelle?
I I think that is a fantastic deal.
It's a
You
banger deal,
can't
people.
you can't get that anywhere else for that price.
No, not even close. You know,
No.
just taking a course without membership in a professionals organization, without professional certification, runs $800 to $1,000.
Hmm.
So I forget what it is, 67 times 3. Someone could do that real quick, the math there. It's $100 off the regular price because the course is
211.
211. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the course is $299, and that's cheaper than we should be charging. We should be charging,
Hmm.
everybody tells me, bare minimum $497, but we charge $299 for the course and including certification in numerology normally. Okay, so we're giving you almost $100 off the course, and you're getting certification and your membership thrown in there. So it's really worth it. Go check that out. Is Jimmy here? Oh yeah, Jimmy's here now. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Welcome aboard. Jimmy became a member. He said he was going to get the course. Jimmy, when you're ready for the course,
Yay.
when you're ready to get the course, let me know. I'll get you the sale price minus your membership, because remember, membership's included with the course. So let me know when you're ready, Jimmy, and I'll subtract the $78 that you pay, because membership's normally $78 a year. It's on sale for $67 right now. I'll take the $78 off that you already paid off the course price, and you'll only have to pay the difference. So there you go. And if you need me to break it up into payments, I'll do that for you too. We're easy here at the Psychic Cafe and the Tarot Guild. Speaking of the Psychic Cafe, where's the website link? There we go. www.psychic.cafe. That's the new website. Well, it's not new. We've had it for like what? Year and a half, 2 years, but it still feels new because it was thetarotguild.com. If you go to thetarotguild.com, it'll take you to the page on Psychic Cafe that tells you about the guild. This is the new platform for the Tarot Guild that is, it's social media. It's like Facebook. Okay. So you can sign up for free. You get a free profile and all this other stuff, and you can interact just like you do on Facebook and do posts and upload videos and photos and all. Do it now, because that's going to go away. We're going to start, you're going to have to be a member of the guild to post some of the things that are taking up our bandwidth and storage. We can't leave it free forever. Of course, you'll still be able to read everything, interact, make posts and stuff like that, but you know what I mean, Michelle? Like post,
Mm-hmm.
posting videos, photographs, writing an article
Doing a
in our
blog.
blog and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be for members only very shortly. But right now, it's all wide open. And we've had it that way for 2 years now. We haven't changed it. So go over there. It's free to sign up. Psychic.cafe. Just click register. If you want a link for that, I'll put it in the chat. Psychic.cafe/register will take you right over to the registration page. Again, it's free. And,
Mm-hmm.
while we're doing links, Michelle, you can pop over to my page. And by the way, all of us professionals and staff members and hosts and everything at the Tarot Guild on Psychic Cafe, it's just our first name. So if you're trying to get a hold of, Dr. Rose /Rose, Pamela Steele /Pamela, I'm psychic.cafe/Dax, Michelle, psychic.cafe/Michelle. And you'll be able to message us in between shows, book readings with us, and so forth. Of course, I'll give the caveat during the fall sale, go to the psychic.cafe/fall, because on my actual page, I never changed it. It's still $99.99 for a reading, whereas on the sale page, it's $67. So little caveat there. I know you have a sale going on too, Michelle.
I do. And I just made it up on the fly for Halloween. Um, all of my readings, all of my numerology reports, I just had a blank moment there, is $66.60. I figured perfect for Halloween.
Hold on, I'm writing to Jimmy. So Jimmy said, I meant to be on the Zoom with you guys today, but life happens. And I said, that's okay, Jimmy. Maybe next week. Maybe he'll join us
Yeah,
for next week's show. That would be great.
yes.
And because I was typing to Jimmy, I totally missed it. What's your sale price again?
Oh, $66.60. It's the Halloween special because everyone's
Six
afraid
six
of that
six
number.
666.
Uh,
Oh, so to go along with our topic today, which is, by the way, how to give psychic and tarot readings on a service website or marketing platform. Now, of course, because we're going to be talking about all these platforms, we're not going to tell you what's the best strategy on each platform. Now, we may do that in the future. We may talk about California Psychics or Random, Etsy, social media. We might do, individual topics or even mini classes or workshops, best practices on each platform. Today is more talking about in general about working on platforms, what to expect and what they are. I mean, the other day, actually it's been several weeks back now on a show, Pamela was like, Dax, can you make a list? And I'm like, I guess I can. Oh, wait, they have this new thing called AI. So I went to Gemini and I said, hey, Gemini, give me a list of all the best platforms, websites, and marketplaces to put your psychic readings on, and tarot readings and numerology and astrology and everything like that. So I've got a fabulous PDF for you. I'm going to pop it into the chat here. Give me just a second. I'm going to pop it in the chat. I'm going to do it from the Psychic Cafe account so you guys can see it. You'll see the bright yellow. Okay, so that's that link there, psychic.cafe/platforms PDF. And I'll put this up here. There you go, Michelle. Psychic.cafe/platforms PDF, and do it all in lowercase. Otherwise, it doesn't want to go to the right page for some reason. I don't know.
yeah.
It's just our system. I used to be able to do it on our old website. I could do platforms, capital PDF, because you're supposed to capitalize PDF, but it won't let me do it now. So just do all lowercase, and the link's in there if you're with us live. Psychic.cafe/platforms PDF will bring up this PDF and we can take a look at it. And Michelle, you got your copy, right? You
I
printed it
do.
out.
I got it.
See, she even printed out,
Yeah, I came prepared.
So this is what Gemini said. Gemini said many online platforms and websites serve as a marketplace for psychic and spiritual advisors, allowing them to work as independent contractors. These platforms connect advisors with clients seeking readings and guidance on a variety of topics from love, career to general life questions. Here's a list of some of the psychic and tarot reading website platforms that professional advisors can join to make money. Now, of course, we have to point out the caveat that creating your own, and it's not that you can't develop clientele on these platforms, but it's always best doing word of mouth and through your own website, through your own social media and such like that. But in the beginning, you're just starting out. So how do I get traction? Well, go on one of these platforms. Now, depending on the platform, it's going to take anywhere from 40, 50, 60% or more
Mhm.
of what the client's paying. And usually it's a per minute thing, which I don't like. I like a flat rate. Like I said, my sale, 67
Yeah.
bucks, normally $100, flat rate. If it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do the reading, great. If it takes a half hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, I'm fine with that too. I don't like putting time limits on things, but these platforms have to have a way to do. Now, some of the platforms you can set it up where they push a button, pay a certain fee, and you're just on with them for that amount of time. And if they want more time, they can pay for more time. But
Right.
typically though, it's per minute, right? And
Hmm.
and so I see anywhere from 4.95 to up to like 9.95 per minute. And then if you consider that half of that is going to the platform, when you're trying to figure out what your price should be, remember we talked on recent shows, Michelle, about in the old days, it was $1 a minute. So
Yeah.
60 bucks for a 60-minute reading.
Yeah.
But now the average is $3. So if you want to make $3 or $4 per hour, or sorry, per
Per
minute,
minute.
then your per minute, you have to double that
Hmm.
because of the platform costs. Now, a lot of people complain about platform costs. This is why you shouldn't be complaining about that, because they're doing massive advertising and getting people to the platform. And that's a reason to start out on these platforms, is because, and marketplaces and other websites and things. It's because you can build a website right now, but you got to send traffic there, and you have to have a way of doing that. And typically that's through social media and other things like that, and creating a YouTube channel and doing Instagram and TikTok and sending people, funneling them to your website and hoping that that they get a reading. Now, people go into these platforms. First of all, the platforms are spending millions to get people there, and people going to those platforms are what? They're going there to get readings.
Exactly.
Exactly. So, it's a double whammy. It's a really great place to start off while you're building the traffic. You're building your social media presences, and there's a lot we can talk about that, as far as having the same avatar across. First of all, you are your brand, and it should
Yes.
be your picture, the same picture across all your social media. And while you're building that, and while you're building traffic to your website and collecting their email addresses, that's a big one. You really need to be collecting their email addresses. Maybe you have a little um, lead magnet, they call it in the industry, something like a PDF, or where you're giving really good value to your client. Maybe you're teaching them all about numerology and how to figure out their life path number and their attitude number and what some of that means and everything like that. And you create this PDF, and it's like, put in your email address and get this free PDF. The reason why is that on social media, not everybody's on at the same time. And depending on what you're using, like anybody that's in a group on Facebook or following you on Instagram, it'll pop in their feed. But if you're using a page on Facebook, only a tiny percentage ever see that post. And also there's time of day. People sleep. So, unless they happen to be on when your post pops on there, they're not going to see it. But with email, everybody on your list is going to get that email. Doesn't mean they're going to open it, but at least they're going to get. And so you want to build your following, you want to build your email list. While you're setting all this up, get on some of these platforms. I'll give you an example. Mary Brown, who used to be my co-host on Tarot Today,
Yes.
on this network, she has worked on the Keen platform for a decade or more and does really, really, really well. And it's mostly phone calls.
Yeah.
So if you like working on phone, Keen is a way to go. And in fact, it's the second one on this list. Kazama is the first, and a lot of people haven't even heard of Kasamba,
Mm-mm.
but in reality, I mean, I've seen TV ads for it, just like California Psychics, and and I can't remember the name, forgive me, but one of the members of the Tarot Guild from way back, they bought Kasamba.
Wow.
Yeah, they own Kasamba. They don't now. They bought Kasamba, built it up, and then they sold it to Live Person. Live Person is
Oh,
another platform where you can set yourself up to be able to do readings and sessions on video with people
oh,
and
nice.
and collect funds. The thing about Live Person is there's everything on there, from therapists and psychologists, hypnotherapists, life coaches, tarot readers, astrologers. There's everything on Live Person, whereas Kasamba is more psychic centered. So you're getting clientele that are looking for psychic readings, tarot readings, and like that. Mystic Sense I've heard of. I don't know much about, but on this PDF, each one of them gives you a little bit about that platform. Go Astrologer. I've never heard of that. This platform
Mm-mm.
is specifically for astrologers and offers a way to earn money by answering public and direct questions from clients. Koto, never heard of that. This platform allows experts in astrology, tarot, numerology, and other wellness fields to offer live sessions and earn income. And there's Guru and other freelance marketplaces. Bitwine, that's another one that's similar to Live Person, where it's not psychic or tarot or astrology specific, but it allows you to set yourself up to take payments and do sessions. Purple Garden, California Psychics is the most well-known one out there these days.
Yeah.
Oranum, what I love about Oranum is it's unique for its live streaming. So what Michelle and I are doing right now is what you would be doing on Oranum. How is this different? Well, you go to California Psychics, Keen, 90.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
sorry about that.
I heard Dan for a second. You go to any of these platforms and 90% or more of them, you land on the platform. There's all these readers, right? And it's just a static picture and some text, and you have to decide who you're going to go with. Now, if you have a good personality, if you're outgoing, if you like talking to people, a random, you're going to do so much better on a random, because what goes on is, unlike those other websites and other platforms, when you land on a random, there's all these psychics, tarot readers, and so forth, psychic advisors that are live on camera, like Michelle and I are right now. and they're talking already. They're talking to you. Some of them are. I mean, some of them are sitting there, half asleep. But if they're good at what they're doing, they're talking about something. They're doing a presentation like Michelle and I are doing right now. They're talking to you. They might pull a couple cards, talk about some cards, talk about a little numerology. This is how you calculate your life path. And this is what's really cool about being a life path 7 or whatever. And the reason for that is you're engaging with your potential client. They're getting to see your personality. Not everybody's going to like you. In fact, maybe 80% of them don't like your personality or how you look or talk or whatever.
Right?
But
Yeah.
yeah, but there's going to be that 10, 20, 30% that do. That's all you care about. You care about the potential clients that, you know, are going to connect with you, and then they're going to click go private, take you into private, and do a reading with you. And so that's what's great about Aranum. What else is on here? Moonlight, Psychic Source, I've heard of. Path Forward. This platform is known for its smaller, more vetted pool of advisors, which can make it easy for new advisors to get noticed and build a client base without much competition. So there's a little hint, and that's not coming from me. That is Gemini, the AI, telling you the facts, And then also, besides those psychic centered type of platforms and websites out there, there's freelance and there's do-it-yourself type platforms. So this is the Etsy's and the Fivers. For those of you that don't know, I think everybody knows. I mean, especially our listener base, females 35 to 65 have all lived on Etsy, buying stuff, probably not selling, but I'm talking about buying. Well, you can make a really good income selling psychic services along with other product. You want to have other products and services besides just your psychic services, though, I would suggest, on Etsy. And then Fiverr, again, same thing, $5 gigs. You can charge other prices, of course, but you should have some low tier, hey, $5,
Right.
And if you think about it, we're talking fast, stupidly simple and quick readings that you can do in 5 minutes, 5 minutes, $5. And you do 10, rattle 10 of them off real quick, you made $50.
Yeah.
What else does AI tell us here, Michelle? Your own
Let's see.
website.
Your own
Yeah.
website. Yes.
Using platforms like WordPress, Wix, or PayHip, which I don't know about. I
Me
learned
neither.
about some really cool platforms that they're they're aimed at how should I put this? They're aimed at influencers. So you're a YouTuber, what have you. And of course, we've all heard of what's the really popular one that I really hate. I'm trying
Oh, oh,
to
oh. Yeah.
uh
It's right up here too.
oh, what is that one, guys?
Oh, my
Everybody,
I want to say it starts with a P, but that
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
sound
I'm
right.
thinking so too.
Patreon?
Patreon,
No.
that's it.
Yeah.
Patreon. Yeah. Now these are not Patreon. See, Patreon is just a place for people to go and buy access to you, send you tips or get a reading, whatever. But Patreon's taking a huge percentage
Mm-hmm.
for nothing, because unlike those other platforms that we've been talking about, like Aranum and California Psychics, they're not sending traffic. You have to send your own traffic. You're doing your YouTube channel, go to my Patreon. Uh, that's the only way you're getting people to go there. So to me, it's never been worth that. And I have a solution for you that will cost you nothing or next to nothing. I'll give you that in just a second. Okay. But Wix and WordPress and Square, Squarespace, and there's all these great platforms where you can build websites. But I also build websites,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
and I do it for you and cheaper than you can get on any of those others. So just get a hold of me and say, Dax, I need a website, and I'll be glad to pop one up for you. And trust me, it's not going to be hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. It's going to be a lot cheaper. But I even have a better one than that, Michelle. And let me see if I can bring this up really quick. And I'm trying, in my head, I'm trying to remember if I go into my history on Chrome. I'm trying to see if I can remember. One of them is pop.store. Pop.store.
Dot store.
And yeah, pop.store.
Interesting.
Okay, let me switch to by date, because this is not showing me what I want to see. Let's see. When was I looking at that? I was looking at that in the evening. So I got to go back to yesterday, and I'm trying to find the other one because the name popped out of my head and it's driving me nuts. I cannot remember. It's something dot store. Just and pop dot store. Here, let me put it in like this. I'm sorry, I should have, did this research earlier this morning and been prepared for this. If I put in
It happens.
if I put in competitor in my Stand Store, that's the other one. So it's just like with us with www.psychic.cafe, where it's not a .com. These are .stores. So there's pop .store and Stan STAN .store. And I won't go into why it's named Stan, doesn't matter. But it's similar to Patreon, only it is a complete suite where you can sell any digital product, entire courses with video and everything like that. Also SMS and
Mm-hmm.
Instagram and TikTok DMs, and you can tell people in your Instagram, hey, type in the word temperance and I'll send you a free blah 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 blah. And it's all automatic. They type it in, Stan or Pop automatically sends the link to the person and everything like that. These are things that are available on, Kajabi and all these other platforms that cost hundreds of dollars, a month.
Right.
This is $29. And I think Pop is similarly priced. And you can get it even cheaper annually. It's like 20 some dollars annually or something like that. In fact, if I get my handy dandy little calculator here, 29 times 12 is okay, and minus $60 would be roughly $288 for an entire year, $29 a month. Now they do have a higher Pops is there's only two levels, and Pop's higher level is 99 and Stan's higher level is $100. And with that, you get funnels, you get email integrations. You still can collect emails with the lower plan, but I don't know if you can send out email blasts or not to your whole list. But it's all included for $100 a month. And if you're running a business, $100 a month compared to spending $400 to $800 for all these separate, you have to have a mailing platform, right, Michelle? Like,
What is it?
oh God, MailChimp
Mail,
or
yeah, Mailer Chimp or
MailerLite and all that.
yeah.
So you have to pay for that. You have to pay for the bit that does the platform that does the SMS and the Instagram automatic DMs and everything like that. You have to buy a separate platform that allows you to that stores your course and feeds out your course to the students when they buy into that. A separate community website and just on and on and on. All these separate things are going to cost you about $400 to $800.
Yeah.
These platforms are doing it for $29. It is the way to go. It absolutely is. The only cheaper way is become a member of the Tarot Guild.
Yep.
Yes. And so what am I talking about there? Well, here, let me get rid of some of this stuff. And I'm going to share my screen real quick, Michelle,
All right.
or I'm going to try to. There we go. Okay, can you see the website, Michelle?
Yes.
So here's our website. Obviously, this is in desktop view. I don't know if this will work if I shrink this down. Did that work, Michelle, where it's like
Uh-huh. Yeah, more of
up and down?
on the phone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what it looks like on your phone. This is what it looks like on a desktop. And when you come on here and when you sign up, in fact, let's do a little something, Michelle. Let me see if I can log out. I'm going to try to log out here. Oops, something's going on. Okay, so
Oh, there it is.
when you land on the website and you're not a member yet, uh, register on the site like we were talking about, where you can register for free. It'll look like this, but you'll have this sign up where you can register for free. And if you're already a member, you can put in your email address and your login. But you can also use LinkedIn and Amazon and Twitter. Sorry, X. But it's funny, it still says Twitter, even though it's got the X logo. Google, Facebook. Personally, I just use Facebook, right? And then when you log in, you're going to see our right sidebar with various offerings and hashtags and who's online and latest members. And then on the left, you're going to see all of your stuff. This is your stuff. This is everybody's blog posts and everything, for instance, goes into the main blog, but this is your blog and your stream. See, this is the community stream where all posts go, but you also have your own separate stream and everything like that. And if they go to your profile, it looks like this. And when you join as a member of the guild for $67, how much is that a month, Michelle?
Goodness. If you break that down, 67,
67
what is
divided
that?
by 12, $5.58,
$5.
$5.58 a month.
Yep. I was gonna
So,
say five something.
and you're not going to get all the functionality that you're going to get with something like stand.store, but you're going to get a lot of it. You're going to get really close, and for a lot of people, this is all you're going to need. And when you become a member, we give you a custom URL, as you can see up here. Can you see this, Michelle?
Yep, sure can.
So the address, psychic.cafe/profile/question mark and your name. Now, what we do is we make a custom one where it's like this: psychic.cafe/Dax. And then when they go there, it takes them to here. In fact, I have it set to take them not just to my profile, but to specifically the about section. Why? Because on here, it talks about my sessions. They can click this button here where it'll take them over to Square, where they can buy a session with me. And you can put all kinds of products and services in this custom field. And then you have your about field, about you, which is something separate, because when you do a blog post, at the bottom of the blog post, it automatically puts that in here. So you want to have separate things in your, let me go back to about, in your welcome to my page, where you want to talk about yourself, your readings, your sessions, and we can put links in. We're going to do all this for you, by the way, when you become a member. We'll also create your profile picture. You can send us a good quality headshot, and I can take the background out and put anything you want behind it. And I can create a header image like this with call to actions, private sessions, $99.99. See, I wasn't kidding. They're $99.99 and it's on sale for $67 right now. Click on the about section to book for the booking link, which is right here, and how to contact you information and stuff like that. Let's go over to Michelle. So hers is psychic.cafe/Michelle.
Yes.
And here's Michelle's, right? And see, check out my about and learn more. And it takes you right to her about section here where she's got her purchase links. Let me show you Rose's because she recently updated hers. This is Dr. Rose Wilkerson. There's Rose, the Mystic Tarot Path with Dr.
Ooh,
Rose. And that's the name of her YouTube channel. So see, people that
yep.
want some kind of presence off of social media, their own website for like their YouTube channel that they can send people to, ta-da. You can do it on Psychic Cafe. And what's really cool is in her about section, it's really neat. She put note, I follow the code of ethics of the Tarot Guild, where they can click on this
Mm,
and check out the code of ethics, which I thought it was a nice little addition that Dr. Rose put on there. But I also built a separate page for her because she had too much stuff to stick in here. So visit Dr. Rose's services page and book your reading today. So when you click
mm,
on the link, this is her own page. And when it's on a phone, it looks like this. But on desktop, again, it looks like this. And so she has a welcome and talks about her readings and discover clarity, direction, blah, blah, blah. And then has her general reading and with a book now. And I like the buttons better than links, Michelle.
I do too.
That's what I thought was cool about, making a page like this. And it also has a button to return to her profile. And so this is her disclaimer: entertainment purposes only, because in certain regions, especially in the US, you have to say that. But it has a couple of call outs, information about her and her certifications and so forth, and then her readings. And when you click on her button, it takes you over to Square, and I can help you set up your Square where you can purchase readings. So I really like this way of doing it. And if you look up here,
Mm,
she can just hand out, because it has its own private URL. So psychic.cafe/ Dr. Rose Services, Dr. Rose Services. And so, I could make up one. I could make up one for Michelle where it's like psychic.cafe/Michelle's services, or Jane's services.
right.
And you can give just that out instead of your profile if you want to send people right here where they can book now. So let's say you're on social media, Michelle, and you're chatting with somebody on Instagram or Facebook Messenger or Facebook post or something like that, and they want to book a session with you. You just copy and paste this URL in and go, here, go book. And
Right.
here and book without having to go to like on mine, go to my profile and then find the link in here and everything like that. And it's a little more busy and everything like that. There's times to send them to your profile, because this really is, and do you agree with me, Michelle? It's like having your own mini website on our Psychic Cafe website.
Yes, it is.
And so every time you post over on the community site, on the community feed, the stream, as you can see right now, anybody can post photos, audio, video, that you can change, you can add backgrounds. I mean, it is just like Facebook and everything, folks. That's going to eventually change where it's just going to be for members. But right now, everybody can do a post here. You can schedule posts, you can add audio, you can add files, all of this. And every time you post a video or something along those lines, or go over to on your blog. Here's all your blog posts, but you can click create and you can post a blog.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying here, all this goes in the mainstream, but it also goes here on your page, everything you're posting. And these buttons right here are just your group or groups, your photos, your audio and video, your files, your friends, your followers, your articles and blog posts, and of course the about me. So it, oh, and I forgot events. So
Oh, yeah.
if you post an event, here you can here's the calendar of all the events. Of course, these are all the shows because those are my events that I post as the shows. You can manage them, and you can here's the managing page, and you can create a new event right here. And all, so if you have a meetup that you do every Sunday, or you have a talk coming up about your book or what have you. And so it's like having your own mini website, and it's the cost of a latte a month. You can't beat it.
Yeah, it's a great price. It's a great way to have your own website and not have to worry about it. I'm
Yep.
I love it.
And if you want more functionality, um, when you're ready, when you're to that point, then you can get something like Stand Store and connect it from your page on Psychic Cafe, as an example.
Hmm.
Or if from the get-go you want your own custom separate website, we can do that too. And it's not going to cost you, $1,000 or $2,000 or something like that. I typically charge about, it's usually $99 a page,
Yeah.
and plus hosting, and I host it all on my servers, so it's very inexpensive. Um, and a lot of times, all you need nowadays is one page. So
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of that as well. Let me see if I can share this once again, Michelle.
Okay. There it is.
All righty. So, like for instance, I made for my friends at my American Legion post that run a church called St. Jude's here in Tucson. I made this easy all one page website with video, even, and calendar, and there's Father Dave and all the information, and so forth that you would expect. And you don't need multiple page websites anymore, because I'll give you an example. All these links, which normally we would do on separate pages, now just pop you down to that area on the page, like that.
Yeah. See, that's
And the reason why this is so getting so popular now is because rather than all of these links sending you to separate pages on a phone where you have to figure out how to get back to the main page and all that kind of stuff, you can never get lost on this kind of website because it's all on the same page
the
on
same
your
page.
phone.
I
Exactly.
love it.
I'll give you another example of a website I made, and that's for my local American Legion post. American Legion Post 36 here in Tucson. And again, the same thing happens with these buttons up here. And I also have them here in the hero section. They call this the hero section. So if I just want the event calendar, boom, pops down to the event calendar, and then they can download a PDF and print it out if they want. Or newsletter, boom, takes you down to the newsletter. You can download the PDF, you can subscribe to the newsletter. Join us. Information about the Legionnaires, Sons of the American Legion, American Legion Auxiliary, American Legion Riders, and let's see, leadership. You click that, and here's all the officers of the post and the different entities. See, I did newsletter, the about section, what we're all about. So it's all on one page like that. And we can do that very easily and inexpensively for you. Yeah. So that's selling off your own website, which, the caveat, you got to build your social media presence, and you need to send folks to actually come to your website. Build it and they will come is not true.
Yes.
It does not work that way, folks.
No.
But lastly is social media. I have on this PDF. Many professionals build their entire business on social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can offer free content to build a following and then direct people to your website, like I just said, or a direct messaging system for paid readings. Now, in today's day and age, you do not need a website at all. You can just build a community on Facebook or Instagram following, TikTok, or the best of the best, what we're doing right now, YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube is absolutely number one, period. Yes, you can go on TikTok and get 1 million viral views. Are they going to buy a reading from you? No. Some, yes, and some people have, they have the right strategy and they're doing really, really well. Most people, it doesn't work. The best thing is to build a presence on YouTube, and guess what? We help you do that as well. So you build your clientele base on here. You can send them to something like either a payment link to book a reading with you, or if you have something like Stand.Store, or send them to your page on Psychic Cafe, which is even better, and they can have the buy links. And like I said, if you become everybody gets that, what you saw, everybody gets that free. The difference of being a member is because you're a paid member, I will make you a separate page with the pay buttons like Dr. Rose has. I will make your graphics for you and set everything up for you. That's the difference. So you can set up for free on our website on your profile. And even though you have that long profile thing, you can put that into a link shortener like tinyurl.com or bit.ly and make a short link and just pop that in and go, here, book a reading, and you can set it up to send them right to your about page.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't need a website. You can do it without one. You don't even need, necessarily your profile on Psychic Cafe or Pop.Store or Stand.Store or something like that. You can just have a link to a payment button. Or another one, Michelle, is if you go out and get something like Calendly and set it up where they can go, you have a link, it takes them to your calendar, they pick a date and time, it takes payment and everything like that. At least I think Calendly does that, but I know there are platforms that do that. So that's
okay.
Yeah, that's another way of doing it. So there you go. That's some of the different ways you can sell readings online, platforms to get start on. And if you guys go out and check out any of these, Kasama, Keen, I know some of them aren't even taking new advisors because they've had the same advisors for years.
Salvia.
Yeah, if you check out California Psychic, Serenum, Psychic Source, and if you have any feedback, let us know, because it would be great if we could, maybe you want to even come on and teach a workshop on how to do it the right way on Etsy, or how to do it the right way on Psychic Connection, or different little ins and outs and tips. And
Yeah.
yeah, so the main thing is, they're going to be bringing the traffic, so you're going to have to pay them 40, 50, 60%. But you just adjust your per minute so that you're making what you need to make. Don't worry about what the platforms are making, because they're bringing you the clientele, and the other takeaway is, these different platforms operate in different ways. Some are phone calls only.
Yeah.
Some, yeah, some are voice chat and or text chat. Others, like a random, are video. It's like a Zoom call, and they come and they find you. You're already on camera. You don't have to do it that way. You can have your camera off, and it changes how much you're going to make. That's a whole complicated thing right there. But most of the time, when you're ready to work, you're on camera. And I know a lot of people have said, "Oh my God, I don't want to do that." If you go to work at a regular muggle job, you're going to be sitting in a cubicle for 8 hours.
Yep.
At least doing this, you work for a couple hours, you shut it off, you go eat lunch, come back, turn it back on. Yeah, you're sitting there, but you'd be sitting in a cubicle anyway. And while you're sitting there on camera, and every once in a while saying something, especially you can see people coming in the room, and then you just talk to them. But, in the meantime, while you're waiting, over here off camera, you got your earbuds in. I got my new ones I just got. You put your you
Nice.
put an earbud in your ear here, and just sit like this, and off camera you're watching movies, you're watching TV, you're watching YouTube videos,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do while you're sitting on camera. And then when someone comes in, you talk to them, you talk a little bit about your reading style, blah blah blah. Hey, take me private now, and then they take you private, and it's like a Zoom call like this.
Yes.
So it's how you want to work. Any way you want to work, there is a platform out there for you. Yep. Awesome sauce. So
Fantastic.
I'm going to pop over here real quick, Michelle, and just let people know what's coming up on the network. Again,
Okay.
if you want to grab us a cup of coffee, psychic.cafe/coffee. Let me put that in here. Hi, Charlotte. Charlotte's in there.
Sure.
Ashika came in. Gene Martin came in. Oh my God, Gene Martin. I haven't seen Gene Martin in a while. Hi, everybody. And I'm going to pop in here. Here's that PDF again, folks. So you could grab the PDF of reading platforms. And I'm going to put in the psychic.cafe/coffee if you want to grab us a cup of coffee. Like we said earlier in the show, right, Michelle? You're doing mediumship again, but with
Yes.
two guests potentially. Talking about
Yes.
mediumship Saturday, October 18th. It's going to be great. Mark it on your calendar. That Sunday, October 19th, start before you're ready. We're just going to be, unlike today, where we were teaching a lot of great information. I thought today was, I thought it was great. I don't know about you, Michelle.
Yeah, I really did too.
And we got that PDF out to you. Unlike that, next Sunday is going to be very short. We're just going to do 5-10 minutes talking about just, you know, starting your psychic or tarot business. Get yourself out there. We're just going to talk a little bit about start before you're ready. And then the last weekend of the month, starting with Saturday, October 25th, is, of course, Crown Chair Saturday. Bring your deck. And if you're a member, here's another, perk of being a member, is you get to join us on the Zooms on all these Sunday shows, and on Saturday, it's the fourth Saturday, Michelle's
Mhm.
third show of the month, Crown Share Saturday. You get to join us on the Zoom and do readings with us. And then that Sunday, October 26th, we're going to be having our Halloween show, Michelle. So are you dressing up for the
Yes.
26th?
Oh, I should.
Yeah, so that's a great idea. I can see you
Ooh.
already in your pointy witch hat, I just and you could have a broom like
Right?
like right behind you. Turn the broom upside
Yes.
down though and balance it so that you could see the bottom of the broom up top there, and have your broom behind you. I can see it. So it's our Halloween show. We'll talk about Halloween
Yep.
decks, some of our favorite Halloween decks, and also I'm going to take a look and see what Halloween decks. I do this every year. See what decks came out this year, and maybe a Halloween spread or two. We're coming towards the end of the year, and the Halloween spreads are usually the ones I put out are usually about doing a reading about closing out the year and starting the new year.
I like that. Yeah.
So there you go. And then we'll be in November. Remember, we take the first weekend off. But Michelle, you're going to be talking about rituals and altars on the 8th of
I
November.
I am. I am.
I'm excited about that one.
I am too. I have no idea what either of those mean. No, I'm
Ah,
I am looking forward to talking
see how
about,
you are.
especially with the upcoming, Thanksgiving and
Yeah.
Christmas coming up. So yeah, it's going to be exciting.
And then the Sunday after the 8th or the 9th, uh, we're just doing readings, live chat, and more. In fact, all of November, all the shows on Sunday, it's just going to say that. It's just going to be readings, live chat, and more. And, we may talk about a topic in numerology, tarot, psychic, mediumship, or astrology or runes or something like that. But it's just going to be, brief chit chat. What we're doing is we're just saying, hey, we've been doing all these topics every Sunday. And of course, Michelle already does great topics every Saturday. Why don't we just have some shows where it's just us all hanging out here, chit chatting? If you have questions about the Tarot Guild, starting or growing your business, working on these platforms that we were just talking about, getting certified, general questions about tarot and numerology, along with doing free readings, we'll do all of that on these shows in November. And then lastly, I'm going to leave you with Saturday, November 15th, because Michelle's going to be doing intention spells. And then, of course, Sunday, November 16th, we'll be back to readings, live chat, and more, because that's what we're going to be doing in November. Something different.
I love it.
Yeah, we might have an extra show for Black Friday because it's Black Friday. Yep. Did you see any burning questions in the chat there, Michelle?
Okay. Mystic Lilac wanted to know if we could pull a card and tell her what we get from it. She does not have a specific question.
Okay, so like a message from the universe.
Yes.
Go
And I'm
ahead.
not skipping Maria,
Well,
but we answered some of Maria's
yeah,
yesterday.
you answered a lot of her stuff yesterday. Philip blocked me, and like he's moved away. Yeah, yeah, Maria, you mentioned that yesterday. I'm a bit sad today. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. And she's asking about, if he'll come back. You've already answered that question. And so I don't want to keep pulling the same cards. Now, Maria, if you come up with different questions, we're happy to pull cards. But just, not just for Maria, but if for everybody out there, uh, don't ask the same question over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Tarot does not like that. What are you getting from Mystic?
So for Mystic, I'm getting a lot of really positive cards. The first card I got is the woman card, but she is the younger woman, so there is some emotional thing going on, maybe. However, I got the lilies, and with the lilies and the house card, there is a lot of peace surrounding this situation that you feel you're going through. Um, Also, there's a lot of security for you at home. And home does not always have to be your house. Home can be a person, home can be a place. And home is where you feel the safest. So it is time for you to take something, one of your hopes and dreams, and turn it into reality. Now is the time. There's the peace surrounding the house. It is time for you to step out of your comfort zone and do something that is going to fulfill an emotional dream that you are holding on to. And so that's what I'm seeing for you.
Awesome. Oh, and just real quick, Dan's like, no more big mic, Dax. Actually, I do have my mic. It's off camera. I'll bring it around. I still have my mic. I love this thing. I've had it for years. And Janice Fuchs gave it to me for my birthday, one of our hosts. And it's a Blue Yeti. And I've never needed anything more than this. It's got great sound. How do I sound, Michelle?
Sounds good.
But see, I have a very tiny workspace where I do these shows because I have the MacBook, set up, and I'm doing things on the MacBook, running the shows, the camera, everything like that. And I have to have someplace to lay my cards. So for years, I left the big mic right here because, yeah. Uh, oh, shoot. My mind is blank, Michelle. Who's the famous radio guy that did
Howard
Larry?
Stern,
Yeah, Howard Stern, or also Larry.
Larry King.
Larry King. Larry King always had his desk mic, and so that's why I had the mic. But little space here to work in, so I've been pushing it off to the left of the MacBook, and the sound still sounds good, right?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Awesome sauce. Charlotte has a question. If I murder my neighbor, will I get caught?
Well, the first answer is, well, yes, because you put it on there now.
Yeah, rule number one is you don't, on a live show where we just said your name and everything that's recorded that people can actually find on YouTube. You don't tell them what you're gonna do. Anyway, you should pull a card for that just for fun, see what comes
I
up.
should. I
But
should.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna do Ashika, and I know I'm butchering your name, I'm sorry. Ashika says, do you all see me get into this college called ISB? The initials ISB is the name of the college in 2026. And I was going to pull a 5 card yes, no, but I stopped because I got the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. And
Mm,
in numerology, 8 is abundance.
yes.
So I just stopped right there because yeah. So the very first card was the 8 of Swords. You're overthinking this. You've got too many thoughts going on. Swords are thoughts and ideas, and you're trapping yourself with overthinking this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be even asking this question, right? And then 8 of Wands are things, happening quickly, moving quickly. I think it's gonna happen. That's what I'm getting there. Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you get? Uh,
Okay, so
is Charlotte gonna get caught?
so for Charlotte, I got the Clover card, but it is upside down. It's reversed. So your luck will not hold out. I got the moon card. What I love about this in particular card is it has all of the phases, and it makes me say, which phase are you in right now? Because whatever phase you're in that is the moon's influencing, you need to think more analytically. That's what the man is about, is analytical thinking. And that can be so hard. But yes, you will get caught. Your luck is upside down. Uh,
Mm. Oh gosh. And that's pretty much it on questions. Just going back to Marie.
Jean asked a question. She wanted someone to pull a card.
I missed that one because I've been going back and forth through the list over and over, and I could not catch any more questions. I did pull some cards for Maria.
Oh,
So what was Jean's question? I see,
um,
but I don't see her question. Oh,
and my
wait.
phone.
She just said, "Can you pull a card for me?"
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. If you don't put, right below that, you'll see Jimmy and Jean. Oh well, Jean did put the hand, but not next to her question. And it's like, okay, that's how you have to do it so I can see it. See, if you write in a few sentences, I'm gonna catch that. But if you just pull a card for me, I might not catch it going through because there's
Yeah.
so if you want to pull a card for Jean, I know you pulled cards for Maria yesterday, and the whole will he come back to me thing, and she said sometimes you get a yes, sometimes you get a no. I don't. I've always got no. I don't know. Michelle, did you get a yes that
I got a
that guy
yes
might be?
once that he might try to come back. Uh, Charlotte,
Hmm,
but not to stay. He's not going to come back to stay. He's over it.
right. Oh yeah, you said that yesterday, I think. And what I pulled for her, I got all major arcana cards. Okay. One is judgment.
Mm,
Okay. You really this is a cosmic wake up call is what that card is. You really have to resign yourself to the fact that what you need to do now, Maria, is you need to focus on what you want in the near future and even distant future, what you want your life to be and the type of person you want to be with and so forth like that, and attract in the new rather than dwelling on the past. And for the ultimate question, Michelle, check this out. All major arcana cards too. Big life change this is for Maria. The death card.
ooh,
It's dead, it's final, it is over. It
done.
Yeah. So that's to answer your question, but I got two more cards. Michelle, I got the Hierophant for Maria.
Hmm.
And this is interesting because this is talking about mentorship. I feel like you've been dealing with this for so long that and you seem to have so many connections, um baggage and attachments with this. You really need a professional. You need somebody that is going to walk you through some EFT and some NLP patterns and so forth, and cut the ties, cut the strings, break the connections, um, and I don't know. I don't know that you can do this yourself. Maybe, but I don't know. I just don't think so. And then for the future, I got the hope card. I got the star. So if you can get past this, the future is very, very hopeful, good possibilities, and so forth. Yep. What'd you get for Gene?
Well, what I got for Jean is really interesting because I was going to go card by card because I got the bird card and then I got the clock and I got the anchor. But when I look at these cards, all three cards have birds in them. So there's
Interesting.
right. And
And
then
birds are freedom.
they are.
They're a
They
symbol of freedom.
they are. And to make it even better, each card has a three on it. So there's 37, 35, and 12, which 12 equals 3. And then there is the 7 and the 5, which add those together, and that boils down to 3.
Mm,
So there's all sorts of threes. Birds also talk about communication.
mm-hmm,
So there is something about freedom with communication that you need to be
mm,
aware of. Okay, and all like the one card has a rooster, it has a robin, it looks like, and it has an owl. And so the first thing I noticed was the owl. There is wisdom in communication. So that being said, you need to communicate with somebody or some people about something to set yourself free, and the
ah,
freedom comes with the anchor card. Once you are free from whatever it is you need to release in a communication style, you'll be able to anchor yourself more freely.
awesome.
And so that's what I'm seeing for you.
There you go, Gene. A follow up from Michelle. I was asking for a friend. Ha ha ha, ha. So he is earning serious bad karma. I think she's talking about her neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps the universe will take care of him. The karma bus is headed his way. That's
That's
absolute.
it. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. He will attract his own negativity to himself. Dan had a follow up, let the universe take care of it, Charlotte. And then also on the death card that I got from Maria, death card, time to close that chapter and start a new one.
Yes.
Yes. And speaking of that, this is a great note to end on.
Yeah, I agree.
Fantastic, fun show. Thanks everybody for being here with us and hanging out,
Thanks, everyone.
having some coffee. And we'll see you next Saturday where it's going to be mediumship on Michelle's Mystic Corner with
Yes.
hopefully two guests. And by the way, mark that down because I assume you're going to be able to get some medium readings on that show.
Yes,
We
indeed.
we, we got to promote the heck out of that
Yes, I will have
this
all the
upcoming week.
information. Yes.
Yeah, get me more information on it
Okay.
and we will promote it like crazy. Like,
Yes. All
yeah.
right.
All righty. Bye, everybody. We
Bye,
will
everyone.
we will see you later. Okay, so